Hey, what's going on? I didn't think it was going to connect that fast. I need to work on that. How you doing? Tony Scott here on your, what is it, a Friday already? The week is here already, and yeah. Hope everything's good. Hope you got great plans for the weekend if you don't have to work. Hope you have some fun here. Dallas is going to be beautiful outside. Just gorgeous. But here we're looking at Tony's Cheese, some entertainment headlines and such that grab my attention today. And Ciara says, you know what, Future is not holding up his end of the deal when it comes to our son visiting him. Ciara says that Future, in court papers, she says he's a no-show 37% of the time, which tells me that she's documenting everything. Not 30%, not half the time, not most of the time, not 35%, 37% of the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, anytime there's drama in your life that involves a relationship or an employer or anything like that, you need to document it, right? She says he cancels at the last minute a lot, which screws up her schedule because, you know, she's got a life too. And she also says that when their son goes to visit Future in Georgia, he spends most of the time with his grandmother and great-grandmother, and that's not what he's there for. Plus, the boy gets anxiety traveling that far from the West Coast to Atlanta. So there's that. Cardi B's being sued for $10 million by a former manager. Now, this manager is claiming that once she made it big, she pretty much kicked him to the curb. But he says it was his contacts that got her on Love and Hip Hop. And then him and his team were behind the success of Bodak Yellow and all the money moves that she's making, too. So there's that. And since Bill Cosby is now convicted for a sex crime, he has to register as a sex offender, right? For right now, he's out on bail, but he's got home confinement. And he can't watch the Cosby Show on TV because Bounce TV and TV stations all across America are pulling the Cosby Show. Now, some people have said on social media that's not fair. You know, people on other cast members on the show won't be able to get their royalty checks. Well, I don't think they get royalty checks anymore. Typically, on a syndicated show like that, when it goes into syndication on television, you get royalty checks for 25 years. And that show, I think that ran out some years ago. So there's that. And if you're Bounce TV or any other network, you're not going to get anybody to buy any advertising when that show's on. So you're not going to make it's losing money, so you got to take it off. I mean, you really do. So there's that. Khalees says Nas beat her a lot when they were married. She says when she was pregnant, he foreclosed on their home. She says that if she had not got pregnant, she probably would have stayed in the marriage longer, but she did not. They've been divorced about 10 years, so people are saying, so you've been divorced about 10 years, why are you speaking out now? You know, it's different for everybody. We talked about this a lot, that everybody's journey is different. And because she's now speaking out, does it mean she's being vindictive now? I guess you can make a case for that. I don't know Khalees. Never had the chance to meet Khalees. Met Nas once, seemed to be a nice guy. But that's just one meeting. But you can't, you know, everybody's journey is different. And how they faced the adversity in their life. Maybe she didn't feel strong enough to talk about it until now. Maybe the Me Too movement has empowered her. I don't know. But it makes me sad that she went through that, if in fact that's true. And that's another thing. They've had so much drama and accusations going back and forth that you really don't know what's the truth. And you don't want to label her a liar. And she's telling the truth. I'm not ready to do that. So there's that. And it turns out Ashanti is dating James Harden of the Houston Rockets. Ashanti's gone through some high-profile people. Right? She used to. I thought her and Nelly made a great-looking couple, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And Nelly's moved on to Chantel Jackson, who was just drop-dead gorgeous young girl. And of course, Ashanti is, you know, as they say, finer than frog hair. So she's got that going on. And James Harden, you know, is right now making a run with the Rockets for the NBA championship. So, well, congratulations if that's true. They say she's going to the games and she's sitting in the section with his family. So there's that. I saw this a few minutes ago. The national, we're not a hockey crowd, you and I, but the National Hockey League has told a player who goes by the name of Brad Marchand, and I think he plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Anyway, they told him quit licking players. Apparently, he gets close to them and he licks them. You know what? If he's licking players, he's either trying to start something or he's trying to start something. And that's not cool. Simmer down, man. Keep your tongue in your mouth. Licking on. You like to be playing hockey and someone just comes up and starts licking on you. What is that? What the hell is that? What? So that's kind of like what I've dealt with today. Let's see, in South Korea, North Korea, They apparently have found peace. That's Jay back there. Jay working hard, posting the pictures on the website at KRNB and myk104.com. So there's that. So they always that's where they sit. That's their station to work when they're going to put pictures up. So they want to join the broadcast, everybody. You know. So there's that. What else? Happy birthday to one of my great friends in life, one of my best friends, Doc Winter, who is celebrating a birthday today. Out in Los Angeles. He is a radio executive for iHeartMedia, so that, and him and his wife are expecting a child, I believe, pretty soon. They got the baby shower, I think, this weekend, so there's that. So congratulations to them for that. Let's see what you guys are talking about there. Michelle, how you doing? Evelyn, how's it going? Happy Friday, Samuel. Good hearing from you, man. Let's see. Hello, Brenda. Oh, Biloxi Brenda there. Never got that gumbo. Just saying. Yeah, they Roberta, they started revoking Bill Cosby's honorary. He's got like 60-something honorary doctorates, and they've been pulling those since the allegations started coming out. A lot of those schools didn't even wait; they were just disgusted, and they pulled their honorary doctorates. Which, you know what? Okay, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You feel like that's important, that you do that, then go ahead and do that. I don't, okay. And yeah, Michelle, that whole licking in hockey. What the hell is that? They'll can't have any of that. Who does that? I mean, first of all, even in hockey they sweat. But you don't want to be playing hockey and all of a sudden some guy licks you on your face? What the hell? Don't do that. Don't do that. Who said that? Sophia, the guy that one of those early dandruff commercials she did with her son? Don't do that. I had to ask my wife, what is she saying? My wife said she's saying don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, Donna, come on now. Donna, you're still in your feelings about Bill. And I respect that. But you know what? I'll just say this about I don't like I've met Bill a couple times. Very pleasant man. Couldn't say based on those relationships that I knew the man, that I know much more about him than he's a little taller than I thought he was. Other than that, I don't really have any thing to say about that. But I don't know, man. It's 60-something women accuse him, and he did settle with a couple of them financially. There's smoke, there's a little fire, so I'm just saying, it's an issue. I mean, and like I said yesterday with Bill Cosby, I mean, come on, he's Mr. America. He's America's dad. He was everything. That Cosby show, the Jell-O commercials, and all those shows he had in between, I Spy and movies that he made, what's it called, Let's Do It Again, and Saturday Night Thing, and all that. I grew up with Bill Cosby, Fat Albert, all that. I grew up with all that. But it is, really what it is. And that's what happened. And a jury convicted him, and his publicist says it was a lynching. I hate when people use the word lynching, because the word lynching is actually a very frightening word. Because there are people who literally were lynched in this country. And there's a new monument to them that I was reading about and stuff like that. So we got to, it's like when people say, I got raped. It's like, no, you didn't, man. Somebody got over on you, man. Somebody took it from you. You didn't get raped. Quit saying you got raped unless you got raped. That just bothers me. I don't know why, man. But see the story. There's some town in Hawaii, Kauai, a town on the island of Kauai, may have broken the all-time U.S. record for rain in 24 hours. They got 49.69 inches of rain. They've got almost 50 inches of rain in a day. 24 hours. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. I'm just saying. So, you got me, Brenda? Okay. Evidently, there's a time, as far as licking goes, there's a time and place for everything. And during the National Hockey League game, that ain't one of them. I'm just saying. Yeah. The show means more than the man, Ashley. Yeah. No, the show does not mean. What are we talking about here? I'm confused. I'm bouncing around here with the topics and stuff. So, Ashley, tell me again are we talking about Bill Cosby, or what are we talking about here? Brenda says she's got the collection of Cosby. Michelle says, I saw the post of people questioning why he will get jailed, but the woman who lied on Emmett Till didn't go to jail. You can't compare that. You can't. You're talking about a long time ago, you know, and the woman lied, and there's nothing that you can do about that, you know. I don't know if there's a statute of limitations on lying on someone. I guess there is, even though, you know, Emmett Till was murdered. I don't know. I don't know, but those are two different things to be able to compare those. That's a huge leap. I can't make that leap comparing Emmett Till to Bill Cosby. Can't do it. Unless I'm just reading wrong what you said, and I may have, and if so, I apologize for that. So, but are you talking about Cosby, Ashley? The show means more than the man. As far as Bill Cosby, his show, I think that's an individual thing. You know, it depends on, you know, Bill Cosby's show may have, you know, to some people may have set the tone as to how they wanted to raise their family and how they wanted to address, may help them become better parents. I don't know. Some people, like myself, see it as just entertainment. But if someone sees more into it than I do as just entertainment, well, then, you know what? Good for you. If it helped you, good for you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah, no, Michelle, I'm not getting on. You know, I'm not targeting you, Michelle. Obviously, I'm not targeting. I'm not that guy. I don't do that. So, yeah, it's something you can't compare. Yeah, the lessons that were given on the show, you know, Ashley, and those were great lessons, on parenting, on how to deal with a dyslexic. I never can say it. Dyslexic child. Theo was dyslexic. You know, things like that, how to be there for your kids and stuff, how to discipline your kids, you know, and that was one, you know, a fictional family addressing these things that were very real in the 80s. And a lot of people said it didn't reflect reality. But reality is only reflecting reality is a very relative term. What's your reality is not my reality, you know? What your reality is in regards to your interaction with police is not somebody who lives, you know, in a ritzy part of town. In their reality, they see police, it's all good. You know, we see police, our hearts start beating faster. It's just, but it's a different reality because we lack empathy. What we don't understand, we have no time for. And that's for everybody. So, great family show, Tracy. Good lessons on the Cosby Show. Yeah, great. I mean, it was great. I saw it mostly for entertainment. At that time in my life, I wasn't there for family lessons, you know. So at that time in my life, I was there to be entertained, and I was. But everybody's at a different point in their life. Some people got great lessons out of that show, and that is great. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. What's for you is for you, right? No, it's got nothing to do with Bill trying to buy NBC. I never heard that Bill was ever trying to buy NBC. I remember reading that story before, but they said that Bill never said he was trying to buy it. Somebody just started that, and because they said he never said he was going to buy NBC. Why would he want to do that? Do you know how much headache there's involved in owning a TV network? It's like I wonder, like, why would you want to be president? There's no upside to that job other than you're one of 45 right now and counting. But other than that, why would you want that job? It's like people say Oprah's going to run for president. Oprah's never going to run for president. Why would she take a pay cut? She can do more philanthropically as Oprah Winfrey than as President Oprah Winfrey. She can do more for people. So there's that. So, you know, I don't say that, you know, everybody has a different reason for watching different shows and what they get out of them, you know. Great family shows back in the day. Not so much now. A lot of people have large DVD collections for that very reason, right? It's one of those things. As for Ciara, Brenda says some baby daddies do take them to the grandmas to keep. Yeah. But you know what? But it seems to me that if your child is coming, and I'm guessing that Ciara and Russell Wilson and their kids, including Little Future, they live in the Seattle area, or maybe they live in Los Angeles or something on the West Coast. Future lives on the East Coast. So when baby Future goes to visit his dad, it would seem to me that Future would want to spend every moment he could with his dad, with his child, and not, you know, he's not going to stay with grandma while I hit these streets. You know, because I know he's coming. It's not like he just showed up. I know he's coming in 2 months to visit me. So I'm going to clear my schedule for a week, and him and I are going to spend as much time together as possible. That's me. But everybody has a different way of how they do stuff, and sometimes you can't get out of it. Oprah doesn't own a network. Not anymore. Oprah sold a majority stake in the network because it's too much. It's too much. She'll even tell you that's just too much. That's too much, man. That's just a lot. But she doesn't own a network. She doesn't own it. So, no. And even so, I mean, you know, it's just saying, why would you want to do that? Because, you know, it's not as cool as you think. I mean, it's cool to say, yeah, I have my own TV network, you know, but, when you have to make tough decisions and you have to, in some cases, you have to, you know, affect people's lives because you have to cancel the show because nobody's watching it, and the people who work in front of the camera and behind the camera suddenly without a job, they keep you up at night. Yeah, she announced she sold that about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. I think, Donna, you were on that world cruise that you and your guy went on, right? Y'all went on a world, I think it happened that week. Because you told me that the mailman came by to, you know, just keep the mail, you'd pick it up later and stuff like that. Remember? You told me that, didn't you? Yeah, but she sold. I think she sold a majority stake of it. I think she still owns part of it, but she's no longer the majority owner. So I'm almost sure I saw that somewhere. So I'm about 99% sure. Like Ciara was 37% of the time. That just made me like when I read that story about Ciara, it says 37% of the time. You know, he doesn't come to see his son. It's like 37. Where'd you pull that number out from? But that told me, you know what? She's keeping track, and she's good at math. so there's that. Yeah. Donna, I could have swore that was you who went on that world cruise. I'm telling you, you went on a cruise. Who was that you told me who you were going with? Who was that? I don't know. Was it? I can't remember who it was, but it was. Man, I don't remember who it was, but I could have swore. Byron Allen bought the weather. I don't think he's got FCC approval yet, but that's his intent. But Byron Allen actually owns about 5 TV networks, and the other networks are like little baby networks that provide don't get me wrong, the baby network is still a network, but they're, you know, those sub channels that TV stations have now, you know, 4.2 and 5.1, 5.3 and all that. He supplies content for those, and there's a lot of money in that. Guys, I'm telling you, these stations that are, you know, with the digital signal became more bands that you could put, you know, your shows on, and content was needed. And he saw that opening ahead of time, and he created these networks, the Justice Network. He's got like a lot of networks, and the Weather Network is a huge thing, you know. But the Weather Network is not so, it's a different kind of thing because they just do weather. You know, they'll do some documentaries about weather, you know, so it doesn't involve as many tough decisions. Not saying that there are not tough decisions. In any business, there are tough decisions. But just the fact that, you know, it's not like you got to have like primetime shows, you know, every 30 minutes or every hour and stuff like that. It's drawn a little different. So, yeah. From my mouth to God's ears, Donna. I'm telling you, Donna, it's coming. You know, you see Oprah doing live shows now. You mean like on social media, things like that, Brenda? Is that what you're talking about? This platform you're watching right now on Facebook Live is open the gates for a lot of people to be able to do more. You used to have a television network. Now all you need is a dream and a few pieces of equipment. Not expensive equipment. Depends on, you know, how deep in your pockets you want to go, right? But I do. What's that? Roberta says that's interesting. What's interesting, Roberta? I always want to know what's interesting. I'm always, people say, well, that's interesting. What was interesting? What's interesting? Yeah, I mean, it would, you know, I'm a tech guy and I love technology. I do a tech show on YouTube and stuff like that. But being able to do it live, whether it's on your phone or any kind of camera, right? Like right now, they have, and I didn't know this until a few years ago, but there's a consumer level of camera, there's a professional level of camera, like the kinds that the TV stations use, stuff like that, and then there's something in the middle called prosumer, which is, a little pricier than consumer, but not as pricey as professional, but don't do as much as professional, but does a little bit more than the regular one. And that's a camera that I'm using right now to stream live to you for. I think the quality is great. And I told you about the little piece of equipment I got for my birthday that helps me do that. And I'm really all into this live platform thing, and still working on creating a show for Facebook for me and some friends of mine. But the Weather Channel info, yeah. I mean, the Weather Channel stuff they put on the air is fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good stuff, and it's good, pretty good entertainment and stuff like that. But I'm saying it's not like a traditional like CBS and Fox and those kinds of networks where they have like primetime shows with actors and stuff like that. Theirs are kind of like, they're not really expensive to produce in terms of like production cost and paying actors and things like that. So that's really what I'm speaking of. But no, I mean the networks and especially if weather is your thing, or if you have a weather crisis coming up or something happens, and because they do great documentaries on the anniversary of a deadly storm or something like that, and I find that pretty interesting too. So, Tony, get some water. You know what? We're not allowed to have water in the studio, so I have to if I'm gonna drink water, I have to go see where Jay is. Right, see where he's at right there. I got to go there. See that window pane right there? That window pane that's on the other side of the glass. That's where I keep my water, and it's about right there on the other side of that monitor, in the other room. So there's that. That's how weather people do that. That's a skill. Because you're like, they know automatically. Okay, so the cold pattern coming here, the cold front, and then they'll go down here and go, and here's the pressure system and they get it right, and see and they can do that while looking at the camera. And don't get me wrong, I know they do it with smoke and mirrors, and there's a monitor that they actually can look at. It's next to the camera, so they can see where they're pointed and all that. But those weather folks do a great job, man. They got to deliver all that information in about 3 minutes, and then they do that on camera with that big giant ass green screen behind them. Oh, man. You need me to hook your son up when my show kicks. What is it that your son? Tell me about your son. We've talked about your son. You're a closet weather person, Roberta. I understand that. I understand that. I'm a closet geek guy, just now starting to share my geekness. And that's what the tech show that I do. A lot of people say, well, I'm not into tech. Well, you know what? I'm not doing that kind of tech show. If you're looking for a technology show that shows you how to rebuild a computer, I'm not doing that kind of show. I'm doing the kind of show that's going to tell you that Hulu and Spotify have gotten together for a new deal. That for $12.99 you can get Hulu and Spotify. I'm telling you about stuff like that. I'm telling you about stuff about Facebook. That they're, stuff that's like that. I'm not getting real techie in. So that's the kind of tech show that I do. It's called the Passive Geek Show. And I call it Tech News for the Passive Geek. Like if you're interested in an app, you're a geek, but you're not like a geek like how to build an app. That's what I'm talking about. So, but Donna, your son, he wants to get into media. That's what I'm asking. I guess I'm asking for a friend. Because he doesn't need me to get him into the media. He just needs to get in it, is what he needs to do. And that's my whole point with they call this new media, podcasts and live streams. They call that podcasting. And I would love to. I mean, he has a degree in emerging media and communication. He wants to start in radio with a long-term goal to broadcast. Now, Donna, are you in North Texas in Dallas? I forget. Refresh my memory here. Brenda, thank you so much. Funny, and coincidentally, it's total coincidence that I'm funny and I'm funny looking. Go ahead on. Tanya, what's going on, girl? How you doing? You got that, your Abby has that mischievous smile, like, yeah, y'all don't know what's going on below this picture, but hey, it's got me smiling. Yes. Yeah, you're in Garland. Okay, well then you know what? Send me an email. It's easy. I got the easiest email to remember, right? TonyScott@krnb.com. That's my email. TonyScott@krnb.com. Donna, just tell me your son's name and you know, and maybe him and I can have a conversation of what he wants to do. We don't have here at the radio station. We don't have interns here. We don't have an intern program. But still, I might be able to give him some suggestions and things like that, and help him, you know, clear. That's right. He wants to get in the radio, and you don't want him moving far away, and you got to let him move far away. He needs to start his career, and he needs to start in a small town, and then you have somewhere to go to visit. You know, Michelle, I'm just saying, I am what I am. You know, look at that. I got to get a haircut. Look at this. Look, you want to see something? Look at this. Where's this at? Look, that's ridiculous. I need to cut that. It needs to be cut, man. I'm starting to scare small children and stuff. So, Donna, thanks for saying that. Yeah, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to advise him. Maybe some kind of mentor thing, things like that. Yeah, I'd be happy to do something like that to help him get in the game. But he doesn't have to wait around. This is the beauty of new media, emerging media, as you called it. His degree is that you don't have to wait around for radio and TV anymore. You can create your own. You know, the thing, and here's the thing, that the hardest thing for me is, like, I'm a one-man operation. Like when I shoot my tech video and those T videos that I put up, they're like a minute and a half long, if they're even that long. You know, I have to set up the camera, shoot it, light it, edit it, post it. I'm a one-man operation, right? And to be really successful, you need a team. And that's kind of like one of those things. So, Raina, listen to, it must be morning where you are, right? I'm pretty sure you're somewhere where it's morning right now. Is that the deal? Because I don't, you know, I spent many years, those who are from St. Louis who may be on the feed tonight, I spent many years doing a morning show on the radio in St. Louis. Roberta, I thank you for saying that. That means, you know what, that means a lot to me, because I spent a lot of my life not being a nice guy. I was hostile and angry, and I talked about my depression and addressed it. And it feels good. It sounds so corny. It does, but it feels good to be nice. It feels good to be happy. You know, it does. And it makes me sad when things go horribly wrong for people. And because I have depression, you know, my sads are a lot sadder than your sads, because my lows are just waiting for me to get to them. So I avoid them as often as I can. You know, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a little tougher. So things affect me a little differently. So I try to stay positive and happy. But you know, I have You just finished cooking. See there? You see, I'm talking about my depression. She just said food. And I'm like, the hell with depression. What'd you make to eat? Oh, Tony, shut up. We didn't care about your depression. What's she fixing? I think that's just me. That's just me. Yes, it's in the morning in Australia, down under. Down under. Yes. You know what, Donna? I tell myself this all the time, that I have been blessed. For a kid who grew up with a stuttering problem, with not a lot of confidence in what he did or in how he looked. And, yeah, man. But God gave me this gift, and it turned into a career. And I've been so lucky, and have been able to provide for my my family and give them a life, a pretty good life, I must say. They've been, you know, so I'm happy a lot, Brenda. I'm happy. I'm happiest when I'm doing this kind of stuff. When I'm doing the radio thing, when I'm doing this is when I'm happiest. So, because I love what I do. I love what I do. I do. If you go to my apartment, you would just shake your head, because I have like a recliner. I got a 42-inch TV that's sitting on a big giant Rubbermaid tub, with a board, so you know, because the tub will bend. It sits there, and then to the left of it, by the window that goes out so you can see the street, the view of Dallas. That I have a great view, pretty good view, not great view, pretty good view, right? But it's blocked because I have like cameras and lights and green screens up in a way, so, because this I live for this stuff. So I love, because I just love communicating. And so when this new live streaming thing, relatively new, came up, I was like, wow, I was so fascinated with it and stuff like that. So I'm real picky about how I do it. So, is Joe coming for any concerts? Raina, you know what? I don't think he's going to be coming here anytime soon that I know of. But that could change minute to minute. You never know. But I haven't heard of any. Yes, you're the Joe fan. It's seafood night at Brenda's house. Well, Tanya says I just made some fried chicken, rice, and green beans. Well, okay. Well, there you go, right there. And what time should we all show up? That'd be funny if like all 40 or 50 of us just showed up at one time at Tanya's house. She was like, I only got like 8 pieces, but it is what it is. But you enjoy your dinner, though. That's very good. I got to find me something to eat tonight because I forgot to take something out to prepare once I got home. So now I got to go, I got to go out to eat somewhere. But I don't, I might just go to like Whole Foods, give me a salad and some soup. I'm kind of feeling that because, I don't know. I might do that. I'm trying to be more healthy, I will keep you updated, Raina, on the Joe concert. I will do that. Joe's a nice guy too. So yeah. So there's that. But anyway, I gotta get ready to get out. I've been on for a half hour, running my mouth over here with you guys and stuff. So one night I'm gonna go live, not at 6 o'clock. I'm probably gonna go live one night at 8 o'clock from my apartment, and then we can just go. You guys interested in that? Let me know. And if we do that, we'll schedule it, and then you guys bring some topics. Everybody brings 2 topics. If you're gonna partake, you got to bring 2 topics. And we'll talk about it. And, if they're the same topics, if Raina brings the same topics that Brenda brings, that's okay. There's no penalty for that, because you didn't know. But, yeah, and then we can just have a really good discussion. It could be about relationships. It can be about the president. It can be about anything you want. And we'll talk. Doesn't it sound like that would be good, right? Evelyn's having spaghetti. My daughter, who turned 23 yesterday, loves my wife's spaghetti. So my wife made her some spaghetti last night for her birthday, and then they watched some movie or something. So that's Rana. I'm sorry, Rana. Donna, my bad. Donna, that's a funny way to spell. Oh, okay, now I see what you're saying. Okay, Rana. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, Rana. I mispronounced your name. I apologize. But have a great Friday night. And hopefully we can get together and do it again real soon. Donna, don't forget to send me that email about your son, okay? And you guys take care. All right, Evelyn, sounds good. Sounds good to me too. All right, you guys be safe. All right, take